All right, welcome back in here to Live Now from Fox. I'm Eddie Mack. We have a breaking news situation of a major earthquake off the coast of Alaska that is causing some tsunami warnings in the area along that coastline up there. As we are following it, you can see the USGS earthquake saying a notable quake, preliminary info saying it's above 7.3. Just about 87 kilometers south of Sand Point, Alaska. And this is distributing new potentially tsunami warnings to the area there in Alaska, off the peninsula of Alaska. So we're following it very closely as it happened here this Wednesday afternoon. As you can see, the Tsunami Alert saying a tsunami warning posted for portions of Alaska following that earthquake 50 miles south of Sand Point, Alaska at 12:30 this afternoon. And we do have this live vantage point right here on Live Now from Fox of Sitka, Alaska, courtesy of our EarthCam partners, which is just a little bit down the coast, not necessarily in the vicinity for this tsunami warning, but you can see some of those large cruise ships in the distance, potentially some off the coast there that will have to be aware of what's going on, as the U.S. Geological Survey recorded the earthquake off Sand Point, which is located at the center of the Alaska Peninsula, just about 12:30. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration issued a tsunami warning for the majority of Alaska's peninsula, spanning up into the southernmost part of Alaska's mainland toward Anchorage. A major earthquake capable of causing, quote, serious damage is considered having a magnitude above 7. Only about 10 to 15 earthquakes of this caliber are reported each year, so not necessarily rare, but unusual. Let's take you right now out to our Fox weather team, as they're also tracking this here on Live Now from Fox.
We know right now, so this just happened, I guess that would be what, 29 minutes, the tsunami warning goes out. The epicenter, it appears, was south of the Aleutians. You've got Kodiak, which you don't get the scope of this when you're looking at the map of Alaska. I lived in Kodiak for a summer. That was back in 2007. Kodiak is the size of Maine, and it only has the village, which I believe is short of 3,000 people. There was Homer, as we mentioned, and then down the Aleutians. So we'll have to see, we've been through this, what kind of earthquake this was, how we saw some of the plates move and the seabed, and whether or not this produces a tsunami. We'll work to get more information on that from the Tsunami Warning Center as it comes in. That's just playing.
All right, just listening in to our Fox weather team as they're discussing this. Again, a live look courtesy of our EarthCam partners at Sitka, Alaska. Really between Anchorage and Seattle, if you're kind of familiar with this. So this is not in the area where they're concerned about that tsunami warning, but right there off the coast. You can imagine concern as this major earthquake was reported. USGS again on social media. Initial preliminary information, 7.3, some 50 miles south of Sand Point, if you're familiar, kind of off that peninsula there in Alaska. So this is considered a major earthquake and potential for tsunami implications right there along the coast. And it's kind of difficult to understand how big, how long that peninsula is off the coast there in Alaska. So we're following it closely. We'll see if we have any updates. We'll keep an eye on all of these cameras here as soon as they pop up. But we're going to follow that very closely here on Live Now from Fox. All right, let's just shift gears here back to the